2022, baby! This is a channel message from Spirit for the year of 2022 and beyond. You don't want to miss it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. A year ago, I had a near-death-like experience, and ever since then, I could pick up on energies, and I could even hear from God itself. I was told it would take my soul 14,422 lifetimes to get it together. So I decided to start a social media platform so I could help more people, speed this thing on up, and finally get the heck up off the earth's skull. Tired, ready to go. Get my spirit body so I can eat what I want. Hey guys, welcome back to Instructions for Humanity. It's your girl, Tahirah, your spiritual teacher, where I teach the divine message I received, that we are all one in love. Grow with me, guys. Love with me. It's going to be a great ride. Okay, guys, I'm feeling good and energized. Go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Girl, I know you want to. You don't want to miss any of my future videos. It is about to get deep, like I've told you guys once before. So, guys, let's get right into the message. This is a channel message from Spirit. Okay, this happened. I took some detailed notes. It was on my recorder, but it was like 5 in the morning when this happened on March 6th. And I still had my sleepy voice, so you don't want to hear that. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know about the vision that I was shown for 2022 and beyond. Okay, so the first thing I saw was a computerized, like robotic hand. And it was the right hand. And when it reached out and it touched a pair of eyes. And it turned the eyes this way, and it turned the eyes this way. When it wanted you to see over here, it turned it over here. When you wanted it to see over there, it turned it over there. And when it wanted you to see nothing at all, it closed your ears. Because guys, sometimes we need ears to see and eyes to hear. Remember, our senses are supposed to be like a sixth sense, which is supposed to be holistic. So all of our senses are supposed to be picking up on the other senses. So it is a holistic approach to all of our senses. Okay, but that is story for another video. But that's what I saw, guys. I saw a computerized right hand reach out and control a pair of eyes. So intuitively, I understood that someone is controlling what humanity is able to see. And this is actually coming down. So humanity has been in a state of only seeing what they want you to see. You think it's a coincidence that when they're trying to pass a bill, something's going on in the Oval Office, they'll go ahead and send out distractions. A lot of distractions. They'll do a lot of like killings or a lot of like stupid TikTok challenges and all that to take your eyes off of their hands, right? So just don't be distracted by those things. So that's what I saw. So there's someone controlling what we are seeing. But who is that person? Who is controlling what we are seeing? Guys, I always call it the lesser God. You know that Spirit told me that our real home is in the cosmos. Heaven is a place that keeps intercepting us on our way home to the cosmos. And that's how we get caught up in the reincarnation trap, guys. So I call that the lesser God. And I believe that that is the person controlling our eyes, controlling what we are able to go ahead and see. But all of that is falling down in the year of 2022 and beyond. Okay, let's see what else. So, like I said, it's the lesser God controlling all of these things. Now, a lot of people believe that we are our consciousness, but like I spoke about in another video, that I became an observer of my consciousness. And what I discovered when I observed my consciousness, I literally pulled out my consciousness and I hovered it over my head. And I was able to see all of my thoughts, all of my fears, all of the things that I loved. And what I saw was more programming. So a lot of our consciousness is actually the programming system that we have been indoctrinated into. That's why we have all these schools: Earth School, Spirit School, which is heaven. Going back from Earth School, Spirit School, Earth School, Spirit School. So that is, our consciousness becomes programmed with all of those programs. So we're living in a matrix inside of another matrix, and it's all being controlled by whoever is turning our eyes ever which way, which I call the lesser God. So just wanted to reiterate that and make that point. So I believe that we were created for the entertainment of this lesser God. We would almost be like their Netflix and chill, right? It's like we are playing all of these roles that they have contracted us to play. We've already agreed to it. Like I always say, we already agreed to it. And they're just watching Netflix and chilling and watching to see what their little program is doing. It's like they're playing a video game and we are the subjects. So that's what's going on. And that's probably those eyes, probably that hand, that robotic hand that I saw, because it was an AI, computerized hand. Okay, guys? So that is the first vision that I saw. Now, I did hear a word for the year of 2022 and beyond. And that's why I said that this system is falling down, because I heard the word diminished. And it was used in a past tense. So we have to say diminished. That's how Spirit said it to me. So what that means when you diminish something, it is to remove the condensation. It is to remove like the fog, right? So when you diminish like a car, you essentially defrost it. You are defrosting the windows, right? The windows to thy soul are the eyes. So humanity is getting diminished right now. All of that fog, all of the things that were covering the window to the soul, that were covering those eyes, it's being removed. It's being defrosted. It's being diminished. So when your windows are clear, you're able to see. You're able to see where you are what? Going. So humanity is now able to see what's been going on. So now they're able to see where they are going. So things are going to be different. Remember, there's a splitting of the two earths. Some of us are already on that new frequency. We've already been diminished. So now we're able to see that they've been running amok. We're able to see that we've been getting caught up on a loop over and over and over again. So we have been diminished. Humanity has been diminished. Very, very important. So the other thing I saw, guys, for the year of 2022 and beyond, and this was such a beautiful image that I received. I saw a pregnant woman. She was like around 7 months pregnant, and her belly was full. She was so pregnant that she was standing in front of a green door, and she had her hands on her belly, and she was just kind of waiting by the door. She was waiting in a way where like she knew the door was going to open, and she had laser focus. She knew the door was going to open, and she was focused on that door opening, and she was 7 months pregnant. So intuitively, it made me feel like we are pregnant with a lot of ideas, not just actual, babies, but we are pregnant, humanity, with ideas, with inventions, with business ideas. So many things that we've been trying to birth and trying to work on in our individual lives. We are pregnant with those right now. We are waiting by the doors because there's been a lot going on the past few years with the Rona. So it's kind of stopped a lot of things, but we are patiently waiting by those doors. And we know that those doors are going to open, guys. And I saw a green door, and green is kind of indicative to rebirth, right? New beginnings. And it's also the green light. You got the green light. So it's like we know we're going to get the green light. We're going to get a rebirth. We're going to have a new beginning. And that's why I saw that pregnant woman waiting by the door with great expectations for her life. So that's what's going on with humanity. But guys, when we give birth, what happens? Our water breaks, right? When we give birth. So Spirit told me that water is the presence of God. Okay? So the water that the woman is carrying is actually the presence of God. So God is in the midst of your situation, right? God is in the womb. God is the one that is carrying the baby, carrying your ideals, carrying everything, all of your thoughts, all of your wishes that you want to manifest. God is the one in the midst of it. And what happens when a baby is ready to be born? The water breaks. So essentially, it is God saying, release, let there be life now. That's what's going to happen to everything that you're pregnant with, all of your ideas, all the things you've been trying to manifest for all of these years. God is going to be the one to kick down that door, because God is the presence of water. Water is God. So when the water breaks, God essentially is the one that's going to say, your idea, now go. The things you've been working on the past 5 years, now go. That is going to be God that ushers all of that in. That's going to be Mother God. That's why I always talk to Mother God of the living waters. That is our cosmic mother. Guys, water is the substance of life. I don't care where you go to, what planet you go to, and what star system you go to, there has to be a substance of life. For life to live there, there has to be the substance of life. So it doesn't necessarily need to be the water that we have here, the clear flowing water, but there is going to be a water-like substance, because God cannot be present without water. That is what the Spirit told me, that water is the presence of God. So there will always be that energetic substance on any planetoid. Okay, just wanted to point that out. So Mother God's going to be the one to kick down that green door. She's going to be the one to say, it's time. And that's why I saw the woman was 7 months pregnant now. So it kind of makes me feel like this is going to happen in the later part of the year. You know, like the third trimester, because the woman was in the third trimester. So this makes me feel like it's going to happen in the third part of the year. You know, like let's say August, September, October, November, December. Makes me feel like those doors are going to start to crumble for a lot of us. And you're going to be able to walk through, and you're going to give birth to that in which you have been protecting, right? And not only when you give birth, so not only the baby comes out, so that idea that you've been holding on to will come out. But guess what? Water also does. The presence of God does. It also brings out the afterbirth. Brings out all of the gunk, all of the blood, things that you no longer need. So essentially, God is going to be the one to bring out your ideas to the forefront, but you're going to also get a cleansing at the same time. All of those pains you went through to birth that idea, let's say you had to work 18 hours a day or 16 hours a day, and you became tired and you became sluggish. All of that's going to be washed away once those green doors open. Once that ideal pops out, once that baby pops out, the afterbirth, and all of the gunk is going to come out as well. You're going to be cleansed of all of those pains that you had to go through over the past how many years, where you were trying to struggle, trying to work hard for this, to birth this particular thing that you were trying to do. All of that pain is going to come out as well, and you're going to be reborn. It's going to be a rebirth of thy soul. Water also cleanses the bedrock of thy soul. I did a video about the spirit of the color yellow, which is also flowing waters. It is the Oshun energy. So that also hits the bedrock of thy soul, and it cleanses it. So once that baby comes out, not only the thing you've been working on is going to come out, but you're going to have a rebirth, and also too, it's going to cleanse your soul at the same time. It's going to do it all. And it makes me feel like this is going to happen in the third trimester of the year. Like I said, so it looks like those doors are going to be coming down for a lot of us. Okay, guys? So I just wanted to point that out. The other thing that I saw for the year of 2022 and beyond is I was shown, like, you know how when you're loading a page, like let's say you're trying to load a YouTube video, right? And you're having like slow internet, and that little circle just keeps looping around and around and around. Well, I was shown that we are on a loop. We just keep going around and around and around because, like, let's say you've been trying to lose weight, but then you gain it back. You've been trying to lose weight, but then you gain it back. You've just been going back and forth, around and around and around. You've been saying, okay, I'm not drinking, and now I am drinking. I'm not drinking, and now I am drinking. You've just been going around and around and around, and then you end up back at the 0 point. You end up right back where you started. That is what I was shown by showing that little computer sign that is just the thinking, just going round and round. Then I was shown a straight line. So when you take like an assessment, let's say you're getting a job and you need to do like a series of tests. It will show you like an assessment, right? And there will be like a line. And then as you start to complete each task or test, that line will start to be colored in. And then at the end, when you finish the assessment, the entire line will be filled with a color. Let's say the color blue will be filled with it, right? So that's what I was shown. So once you reach the 0 point, you're going to go back right to where you started because you've just been in this constant loop, right? But that loop is about to end. You're going to end up back where you started. But this time, you're going to actually be on the right path moving forward. You're going to be on the assessment path where it's a straight line. That is your divine God-given path. The thing that you set out to do before you even came into existence. That's the path that many of us are going to start to follow. And the Rona has ushered that in. People are able to take more risk and more chances now. Okay? So you're going to be on your divine path. So you're going to start to get further because the fastest way to get from point A to point B is just to go in a straight line. And we always want to go around it. We always want to try to find shortcuts, but really it just ends up slowing us down in our lives, guys. There's no way around it. You have to just go in a straight line. It's okay to take breaks and pauses, but we have to pick back up and go in a straight line. And that is what I saw for the year of 2022 and beyond. The loop is over. The constant loop we've been on, it's over. We're going to start to walk down the straight and narrow path. And that path that leads to our divine God-given purpose. Okay? So I just thought that was a beautiful way to kind of go ahead and teach us that lesson about the 0 point. So another thing is there's going to be a lot of changes in relationships. Now, this could be a relationship with a spouse, a partner, a sibling, a friend, colleagues. It doesn't matter. I always talk about this. There's a splitting of the two, guys. The rapture has already happened. A lot of us are standing on the energy, on the new divine frequency of the new earth, of the 4D, 5D frequency and beyond. We're standing in the 144,000 frequency. That's what it is, guys. Doesn't literally mean 144,000 people. It is a frequency that you are on as a light worker. It is the frequency of the people who are not afraid to tell the truth, even if the truth is opposite from what everyone else was told. I'm standing in that frequency. When I tell you that heaven is a matrix and that our real home is in the cosmos with Mother God, the great dark void womb that we're resting in, and Father God, the great universal spirit, Father of wisdom. Those are our true parents. When I tell you that, it goes against everything that you've been taught. But guess what? I'm in my 144,000 frequency. There's not many of us. There's not many of us who are willing to go against the grain, who are willing to be ostracized, who are willing to be shunned by our families and friends to bring you this information. Because, guys, this is it. This is it. This is my final lifetime. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm giving it all to you guys. Because I know this is it for me. These are the little breadcrumbs that I'm leaving behind. So that even if this message doesn't resonate with you today, that one day, even if it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. These are the breadcrumbs that I've left behind so that you can go to it and so that you can be in the know, so that you can get off the reincarnation, heaven, earth, soul trap matrix. And I'm going to keep saying it, guys, because that's what it is. It's a trap. To trap your soul, to keep the real true God from you, to keep you from resting, to keep you in motion, to cipher your energy. That's what this whole thing is about. And I'm willing to risk all of my relationships to bring this very important information to you, because this is it for me. This is my last lifetime. I'm not coming back anymore. Soul group, soul tie, soul family, soul fragment. I've cut those. I'm a lone wolf. I don't need anyone. I am complete within myself. I'm lacking nothing. Nothing. I'm lacking nothing. Okay, and I love you guys, and I'm willing to put myself out there so that you can get this very important information. Okay, so a lot of us have already been raptured. The people that are stuck in the old frequency, they're stuck in the old age of Pisces, which is the age of belief. Just believe. Don't question. It's like religion, right? Don't question, just believe. That's the old age that we already ended. We have now moved into the Aquarian age, right? The Aquarian age is about knowing. That's why a lot of us are claircognizant. We just have a knowing of what's going on. I just have a knowing because that's the age that we're in, and we stay in an age for over 2,000 years. I don't know, 2,500, 2,600 years, something like that. So that old age of titles and boxes, like your religion and all of those things are gone. There's some people still trying to hold on to the old frequency, and they look crazy. But that's okay. I love them anyways. But if they don't change to the new frequency, it's a state of knowing, the state of knowing thyself. If you don't go within, you will surely go without. But I love them even though they're still standing on that old frequency, on the old earth, where the titles and boxes and materialism are. A lot of us are in the new energy. We're on the new earth. We're on the new divine 144,000 frequency. That's where I am. We are the awakened ones. We have tapped into the Christos, Christ consciousness, the higher realms of consciousness, which is the Christ Christos energy. Okay? It's not literal. It is energy. It is a state of mind, a state of being, an essence that you are sitting in. That's where we are on the new earth. If you're trying to read everything verbatim, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. Okay? So, like I said, the splitting of the two. There's going to be a lot of people in your life that refuse to move forward. So in the past, you may have felt like, you are awakened and this person is not. But the gap was not that wide. But now, in the year 2022 and beyond, the gap is wide. It's not that they have become less awake. It's that you have ascended to the 144,000 frequency. You have ascended already to the new earth. So the gap seems further away now because they're still standing in the same energy. It's just that you have ascended. So the gap looks wider. So there's going to be a lot of relationships breaking up, a lot of families, a lot of things, guys, not just like I said with spouses. It could be friendships that you've had for 20, 30, 40 years. Everybody can't go. Two will be playing in the field, one will be taken and the other one will be left behind. Two will be lying in the bed, one will be taken and the other one will be left behind. It's not for everyone, because the truth is, not everyone is an organic being. There are some people birthed out of the heavens. They are the empty seaters that you see. They are the walk-ins. They are the non-playable characters. They are the ones that never seem to really have a soul essence. They are to make the game look real, guys. So some of us, some of your friends and family, they can't go where you're going because they are the inorganic ones, guys. You won't be able to tell. That's another trick too. That you think that if somebody looks like you, that they're all skin folk ain't kin folk, okay? You won't be able to tell. If somebody looks like you still won't be able to tell if they are organic being or not. You can only tell by if you are dimested, if you're able to see through the window, if you're able to see through the window of the soul and see if they have a soul essence, if they have the spark of life, which can only come from the divine, true God, which is our cosmic mother, great universal spirit father. Okay, everyone else gets the breath of life. And that comes from the beings that are created in the heavenly realm. Okay, so I want to be clear that everyone cannot go where you are going. So stop trying to bring everyone. I'm not even trying to bring everyone anymore. This is for the elite. This is for the people on the 144,000 frequency. It's not many of us. It's not. There's not many of us. I'm trying to save as many as I can, but I know that the road that leads to the true source energy God, it is narrow. What? It's easier to go through the eye of a needle? It is. It is. Because if you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're going to miss the boat. You're going to miss the mark. If you're still in those organized religions, I can't help you. I can't help you. If you're still there, I can't help you. You are not moving on to the new age. We're going to be in this age for 2,500 years or so. You won't survive in that old frequency energy. You won't survive that long. Your seeds won't survive while you're in that old frequency energy. It's gone. It's dead. It's dead. I did a channeling with Mother God, and she said that old earth is grayed out. It's dead. She showed me. I saw it. It's dead, and she will destroy it. So you better move to that new frequency, to the new earth, where I am and millions of other people already are, guys. But there's not many of us. So just wanted to point that out, that the rapture has already happened for the year of 2022 and beyond. So more and more people are going to start to see the gap between all of their loved ones go wider, 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 as more of us start to begin to get raptured, begin to get taken, and begin to get left behind on that old frequency, that old dead earth that will be destroyed. Okay? So guys, that might just be it for the 2022 predictions, the channels that I got from Spirit. I think that might be it. I'm going to talk about all of these things a little bit more in other videos, but for now, guys, I'm just going to leave it right there. Guys, if you want to help me build back better, go ahead and support the channel. Subscribe to the channel, share these messages, and go ahead and donate to the channel as well. I have like 40 videos that I need to get out to you guys. I need to have the time to go ahead and do those videos, guys. So build me back better. I love you guys. No, I really, really do. The birds and the bees and the trees, they all love you. And let's go ahead and celebrate the year of 2022 and beyond. Love is the way, forgiveness is the key, and truth is the light that guides us home. Be well, guys. Be well.